It's said you often have to kiss a few frogs to find your prince. But if you just keep on ending up with warts, our next guest thinks your tracking system might be out. We're joined by award-winning author Don Maslar. Now, I'm so excited about the idea of this book here. Tell us a little bit about what you teach us.
Well, the book is about healing yourself and learning what you want in a relationship and then going to get it. And it's real simple stuff, but a lot of us don't even take the time to do that before we get into a relationship. And
why do you think that is?
Because we rely on something we think of as fate. We look for that buzz across the room, but a lot of times that can be our subconscious that's picking. It's our broken picker. And that buzz gets us to the wrong person. And we don't take the time. We keep following that belief of this has got to be the one, and we don't take the time to say, wait a minute, is this really what I want in an individual?
And that's a good point. How do we define that then? Do we sit down and we think about it before we go out hunting for somebody? You know, those things, do we need to write it down?
Yes, writing it down is great, but first you have to start with you. What you want out of life. And then you find a person that's going to fit into your life. A lot of times women will go out and they'll look for a man, and then she'll try to figure out how she can fit into his life. And this is kind of the reverse.
Now, one of the examples I used before, you know, in the video was Rihanna and Chris Brown. I mean, that's a perfect example of a bad boy.
Yes.
I mean, he beat her up.
Yes.
He admitted to beating her up. Why does she keep on wanting to come back to him? Because I think in the media, you know, who knows how blown up it is, but she's doing music with him again. You know, why go back to this man?
Well, she had a restraining order on him, so I'm assuming she had to have grounds for a restraining order, so it wasn't a good relationship. And she's back around him secretly. It was a secret relationship, so it kind of indicates that there's some issues. But and that's her broken picker. That's the part that needs to be healed. Sometimes a woman will feel like she has to earn love, and she'll get with somebody that makes her earn love, and that feels comfortable with her, and not realizing that that's our destiny. We're supposed to be loved. We don't have to earn it.
Another example in the media is Sandra Bullock and Jesse James. I mean, talk about two opposites attracting there.
I know, America's sweetheart and the classic bad boy biker. And are we surprised that he cheated on her?
No.
She was the only one that was surprised by this.
And you've actually gone through this yourself, right? You've gone after those bad boys a little bit.
Yes, I was a biology professor, and I was chasing after a semi-employed biker in the band, and wondering what I was doing. You know, during the day I'm at college, at night I'm sitting in a bar room falling asleep watching his band play. So why was I chasing after this guy? And what I learned was that I had a feeling inside of me that I wasn't really wanted, so I had to earn him. I had to chase after him. And when I was chasing after him, that felt normal. When he turned around, it didn't feel normal.
Oh, that's interesting. I used to date a musician, and I remember thinking he was so romantic if he was singing to me, and obviously the relationship didn't work out very well, but it is interesting how we all go through these stages. Do you think as we all get to know ourselves, as we age, we figure out what we want, or do you think we really need to work at it like psychologically to figure out what we want?
A lot of it's healing. A lot of it, I had a woman who was adopted, and she didn't feel, she built these walls because she always felt different. So when she went out to date, she had this wall up. So she always dated somebody who was emotionally unavailable because that felt more comfortable. And until she addressed that wall and was able to take it down and feel comfortable with herself, she couldn't get to the relationship she really wanted. Those relationships are painful. It's not what we want.
That's a good point. Now, I only have about 30 seconds left. So tell us a little bit, in 30 seconds, what your book is about and where folks can find it.
Well, you can find it just about any bookstore, but you can find it on Amazon online or on my website. And the book is about healing yourself, loving yourself, and then going out and finding the relationship that you want that's going to be right for you, and getting off that merry-go-round of unfulfilling relationships. If you're a woman who keeps picking the same wrong bad guy, and I have a list of the guys in the book so you can identify, if you keep picking those and you want to stop, that's the book for you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back.